Thanks for logging on to BBN. It's your best friend, J. Cole. We are here in the building. I have a very special guest. Her name is Danielle Gulley, but before I bring her on, let me tell you some more about it. She is the owner and creator of PIE. That's Perpetual Innovation Entertainment. She's a songwriter, producer, hot stage producer. When I say hot, you got to come see what I'm talking about. I say it's hot. And not to mention that she got them vocals too, in case you didn't know. But she has something very special coming here to San Antonio on December 14th. It's the return of the king. She got a star-studded cast. But right now, we're going to dig deep into this thing and talk to the one and only Miss Danielle Gulley in the building. What's up, sis?
Hello, hello.
Hey.
Hey.
We going down. It's big. So, first of all, congratulations. I remember, I think about a year ago when you brought the king and you had the Mans in that one, right?
Yes, actually it's been 2 years ago.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like it's been that
Yeah.
long, but it has, yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I know that show was hot. Now this one right here, I see you brought in Q Parker.
Yes.
You got Carl Anthony Payne.
Yes.
You got is it Dorinda, right?
Dorinda Clark.
Oh, man, come on. So okay, let's talk about the show. So
Absolutely.
this is a family-oriented show, right?
Yes.
Okay, family-oriented. So you ain't got to worry about babysitters. You can bring the kids.
Bring the
You
family.
bring the family out. Bring the family out. Come and have a good time with us on December 14th. Okay, so when it comes to putting this type of production together, what do you do? Where does it come from? How do you, because I know you hooking up original music and everything.
Right.
Did you hear the part about original music? Okay, never mind. We go on to it now.
Everything about this show is inspired.
Okay.
And one of the exciting things is we've started rehearsal already for the King. And for those that have been to the show before, it's actually back by popular demand. The last couple of years that we haven't had the show, people have been texting and emailing and calling, hey, this is my holiday show. Are you guys bringing it back? And so we had a few, my mother was dealing with cancer, so I wasn't able to do it. And just really wanted to spend time with the family.
Understand. Yeah.
And God just saw fit, she's doing well, thank
Praise
God.
Praise
and
God.
we decided to bring it back.
Look at that.
And it is going to be bigger and better. And so if you had an opportunity to see it 2 years ago, you definitely want to come back and see it again, because the new cast is going to just make it explosive. It's going to have a totally different feel. So I'm excited about that. Now, writing, like I said, it's inspired by God. And when I sit down, and I know it sounds crazy, right? I sit down in front of the computer and I may have a concept, and then I'll just start writing.
Right.
And then at a certain point, the characters start to speak.
Okay. Yeah.
If that makes sense,
no,
right?
I get it.
They start to speak and they have their own conversations. We were just in rehearsal last weekend and we were going through the backstory of the characters.
Okay.
And even as I'm listening to the cast, the new cast, develop their characters and tell me about this backstory that's not actually written on paper, I just sit there in awe and say, man, God, you're amazing. Like, this is unbelievable how you've interwoven all of these Christmas characters and put it into a biblical story where people can be inspired and get to know Christ. But even if they don't know Christ and they don't want to know Christ, they can still get a great message from it. It's just a very powerful, fun piece.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. That it's powerful, make you cry, make you laugh, make you dance. It's just all of that.
And that dance part. So speaking of dance, some of the vocalists that you have set up on this thing, you didn't pull Q Parker from the 112, Dorinda Clark.
Yes.
How you pull that off?
Look, favor.
Wow.
That's really all I can say. This whole business and industry is about relationships. And I just thank God for a good name.
Amen.
In the business. I've been doing this work with Perpetual Innovation since 2006. I've been in the entertainment industry my entire life.
Wow.
So the relationships that I've built along the years, the different shows that I've participated in, just established great relationships. So when I call, they say okay.
They say okay. That is a great relationship to have. That is a great aura to have about yourself, the professionalism. Because I say it all the time. Now, speaking of funny side, you got Dossett in this thing. Right? You got
Beyonce.
You got Beyonce, right?
That is our fan favorite.
Yeah, he's a fool.
Yes. Beyonce has been in the King since its inception. I first wrote this production when I was living in Virginia in 2018. And we did the show out there at, it was at the time called Spirit of Faith, Apostle Mike Freeman, and it's now called Faith City Church, which if you're familiar with Tim Bowman and Faith City Music, I was the fine arts director for Faith City Church at the time when I was there. And that's where I wrote The King.
Wow.
And yeah, Beyonce, he and I worked together back in 2007, 2008 in Dallas, Texas, in a play called Heaven, I Need a Hug.
Wow.
And he was amazing. I was an actress at that time, so I wasn't out kind of doing my own thing. I was acting. And we played best friends, and he was hilarious. Yeah. So when I wrote this show, I said, I need someone that can play Grinch, that can bring it to life and just be ridiculous on stage, just uninhibited. And that's how Beyonce was. I had no idea when I called him, I want to say it was 10 years later, that he's now working for Tyler Perry Studios as an executive director there, producer. Yeah, life just took us in full circle, but he said, you know, absolutely, Danny, I'm there. Major. And he's been in it ever since.
That's amazing. And now, to do this one. One of the original names. I'm J. Cole, but you didn't got the original Cole from Martin. You got my boy Carl Anthony Payne this thing too?
Carl Anthony Payne.
Carl Anthony Payne. Yet and still another fool. In a good way.
Yes.
In a great way.
He's hilarious.
He's an amazing person. I met him up. Yeah. That's that dude right there.
He is.
He's been doing it for some time as well too.
Since he was a child.
Yeah.
He's been in acting. He started off at an theater arts school in dance.
Oh, wow.
Actually, so you guys are going to get to see him dance.
They about to help.
Carl has been a part of every single production that I've ever written and produced.
That's amazing.
Every single one. This will be his first time in The King. But he's been a part of every one that I've ever written. So I'm excited to have him back.
Okay, so let's take all of that together with all the star power you put in this, and then also you got some local talent.
Absolutely, they're wonderful.
And speaking of the whole family, when a family comes, or when someone comes to see the show, what's the one takeaway that you would want them to take away from Pie, and then also from the King?
Wow, interesting. I would say from Pie that we are professional. And that you're going to come see quality. What you are spending your money on is worth it. And that is also for a good cause, because we're advancing the kingdom through our faith-based initiatives, through connecting the world to Christ, through the arts. In every single thing that I do, it's about connecting people to Christ. And I know sometimes people don't see entertainment as a way of connecting people. But what I have experienced over the last 20 years is that when I write a production, direct a production, produce one, people will come to a show that may not go to church. So the importance is, what message are you giving them that they could take? You're depositing seeds. And that's our job, is to be fishers of men. I'm fishing.
There it is.
I'm fishing.
There it is.
And I want them to come to Christ. I don't want to beat you over the head with it. I want you to be able to see God and see your life in this production, and see how they triumph through hard times and tragedy and letdowns. And now you have a story to tell, but your story, your experiences are not necessarily for you. They're for someone else. So as you grow, as you overcome, then you pull somebody else up along the way. So that's what I hope they pull from Pie. From this show, kind of the same thing, that you're going to enjoy yourself, you're going to have fun, but and like I mentioned earlier, that interwoven in this production are so many nuggets. If you are not a biblical scholar, no problem. You'll still get the messages in the production. But if you are familiar with the Bible, you're going to pick up every single scripture that's in there. And it's going to be unassuming who's going to give you those messages, because it could come from Grinch. It could come from Scrooge. It could come from Santa Claus. But right when you think the Lord is not with you, and even when you don't feel him there, he's orchestrating every path of your life.
That's powerful.
And that's what I want people to see, that even when I don't feel him, when I don't see him, when I don't acknowledge him, he's directing my path.
Wow, wow, wow. I told y'all she deep. She deep and she original, unscripted. My sister, Danielle Gulley, in the building. Perpetual Innovation Entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't been to the show, if you haven't been out to support, here's the prime time to come out and support. The website, what's the website? We've got tickets at.
www.daniellegulley.com. You can go straight to my website. You can look at the reels, look at the pictures from the previous shows, but you can get all of your tickets right there. We have 2 awesome performances in one day, December 14th.
There it is.
Our first show is at 3 o'clock and our second show is at 7:30. And we want to pack this place out.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to do San Antonio. We're going to show up and show up. We got buses coming in from up north Texas. Man, we got buses coming in from up Texas, Canada. Where you at? Stand up. So this holiday season, you know what you need to do. Come on out, check out Danielle Gulley, the king, and see the whole star-studded cast. Tell a friend, bring a friend, and come on, hang out with us. It's your best friend, J. Cole. You heard it here on BBN. Danielle Gulley's in the building, baby. Pa, let's roll with it. Have a good one.
Much.
December 14th, let's go.
Let's go.